location. We have these heat maps, these heat zones, right? They have limited resources, so where do they start? They can start at these heat these red zones where there's, let's say, a lot of suspicious activity being seen, a lot of house break-ins at night. They can now target these red zones with the little resources that they have. Even if there's an abundance of resources, these reports that become data points are still useful to contributing to the overall safety. So yeah.
And then who are the main stakeholders or beneficiaries for this?
So we obviously have the government, because if you're talking about infrastructure and maintenance.
For example, what was that this is the point that we are putting the number of claims that are reported, which are so the stakeholder. So on this is the now the stakeholder of the government side where they are putting that data which is
So in the government, you say which bodies of the government will be the key stakeholders?
So
Is it Rasa? Is it the police? Is it the
mainly the police. So yeah, I think mainly the police. So the authority's dashboard is likely to be used by the actual police. Maybe each station, each Dollar station, Osaka station, so they're able to have this authority. And the government comes in the maintenance of the roads, because we all know that undertaking road maintenance for potholes is a very huge undertaking. In fact, we even looked at a case study of KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa, where just for that province to be able to basically maintain the roads, they needed about 9.5 million rands just for that project. So we understand it's a very huge undertaking, but it's something that is necessary for the safety of the nation. So the government will come in at that end, because of course we are not oblivious to the fact that there's a lot of funding required for maintenance of roads. And then obviously we have the citizens. The citizens are the ones that we are giving a voice to, because the Zambian police themselves have actually come out and admitted that there's that disconnect between communities being able to speak out, and there's also a lack of trust coming from that, because it seems as though citizens don't really have a voice. So the citizens, us people, we also become stakeholders in the sense that we are the ones who will be making the reports and benefiting from this.
Points spot on because actually given 200 diseases that might be yes, so after the negative they can go under
It's not been identified by the person. Good, well done. Thanks very much. Thank you. Data will just switch to me.
A live demo of how this thing works. So I want you to picture this scenario. I have, let's say, a person, one has rats in the house. They don't know, they want to say,
And that's the other guy.
yes, you want to fix
Well,
it.
they were deceiving and they were making noises.
Now you need someone to come and extract it. So we're gonna show you this scenario where this
Fine, need service.
okay, now you can just come forward so you can show you how
So I'm designed. So after downloading my application on Apple Store or Play Store, I can then open the application. So this is the business that you're going to. So since I need the explanation, I can then either click the services panel here and choose best control or use the search. This is after that, going to see company. So let's say I'm okay with this.
Right.
I'll click on after that, it redirects me to, let's say, checkout. I'll be taken to the page here. So I can either go to service store or in this case, there's the balance,
and then show some.
So let's say I want the service.
The metric says, okay, these are the number of transactions that have happened.
But would those then be times when he's available?
yes,
Yeah.
these are
But
totally
that's not
different
enough
when
for
he's
them.
available.
They need to see the show data. I think if you go to
Then
the
you can then select the item. So we already have the address, but let's say we didn't have any address. Click on add new address, suggest us, hit them or shoot
Because
there.
you want to
You can use this map,
this person is
navigate
getting
over.
and then okay,
What address
what
stuff,
is the statement saying?
and then thereafter you have two payment options. You can either pay with cash, that's after the done the service, or use mobile money. So for example, say let's say pay on service account, done,
How is the money moving?
cash.
So based
Then
on
click on
that is very critical for them before they release money because they have to assess. That's one of
after
the
it's done, receive a notification saying okay, add.
So now that's what we're saying. Isn't it only
Then when
right?
you buy the service, that's my
You're not the service provider.
I'm not the service provider.
Okay.
Get that sounds from the spike that someone is looking for the job.
And the number of transactions.
They're gonna click the notification to see the person who. Let's say now we go to, I'm a PJ provider, which is for the providers. This is where they're going to see the service.
In the smart SME system, because at the end of the day, what you're trying to do is reduce the number of people that actually go to the lending institution. Everything can be done online and it's secure. They can send in their details, the lender can access and can trust, okay, this is verified information, and send you the money without you having to pay anything. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're making it easier. Someone can get a loan without even having to step into the lending institution.
The other thing, bank statement. Okay, meaning that let's say the client defaults, these banks are able to do what they call deduct from those bank accounts to be able to get their money back. So for SMEs, the small and medium, these guys, what the insurance there. So you know what I mean?
In case they default from that loan.
So for actuals, for the banks, the ones that use bank statements, the client defaults, that the deducts they send, right? Because it's a bank, they send those deducts. Now, imagine for the SME, they don't have a bank account, they only have a money account, right? Meaning that there's no insurance, basically. For a bank statement, there's insurance there, that's why it's important. So is there what's the insurance part of this one?
That's where we say banks they use
So it has already been rated once, however they can rate it.
yeah, like if you default,
They can rate 5-star, 1-star. So right now it's a different type. I hate it.
So there, yes, that's a different type. So as collateral insurance, the others that is collateral, others your bank statement is enough for them when you default, just go directly to your bank account. You try to do that.
I've been heard of some that automatically deduct from your account. If you yourself don't initially initiate that payment, there's a rule that the lender has the right to automatically deduct from your account when you default, when you delay. So they have access to your account. That's why they ask for your banking details. Such as in an instance where you delay and you have some money, the next time you get a salary, because you're owing them, then you find it coming back. Yeah, so now for this one, what would be the security for the lender once they give the money to the SME, especially that they will not have a bank account? Is it that then now it has to be that somewhere, somehow, there is an agreement between the mobile money system, which is Airtel, that if at all this person defaults, the mobile money account, the same way when, haven't you noticed when you from Ola, from MTN or Airtel, when you take some time to pay back, the next time you put in money in your mobile money, they automatically, immediately, it hits your account 50 baht. They even tell you thank you for paying back. It's automatic. The system automatically deducts because you're owing something. So is it something that you can then consider or think about that for people without bank accounts, they can have that agreement with Airtel or MTN or Namtel, such that when the lender sends the money, the next time this person has a transaction and they haven't yet paid, it will automatically deduct from their mobile money, and Airtel has the responsibility to push that money to the lender's account, because that SME
That's one thing that I thought of.
Also add the collateral where everyone was using mobile money. They bring collateral before you give them money. So that's part of it.
Because these guys all go there to buy their.
But it's a good system. I work doing that for a while. And I've been a treasurer and accounts department, so I know.
So for the rating, I sort of
Yes,
analyze the
time
area.
to interact with the team members.
I know it's very
You are taking the
Yeah, we understand.
It's
also a quality of work.
So much I guess you enjoy it.
Very, very good. So let's say they can utilize it to many
Quality, regular expenditure. Then you start. Thank you very much. For your time. So I need to move on. Thank you very much. I enjoyed that. I've often thought about this.
Yeah.
I may start collaborating with you.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So as you go, just remember how much it takes.
I will remember that.
That connects users, same story.
Thanks for that.
Guys, so now again, that's content. So for example, which is EcoShield Pest Control, I can come over here to EcoShield Pest Control providers. This is the dashboard. That lets us monitor the entire system. So if I come to EcoShield, everything that this company has done, we're able to see it from these analytics. So for example, has made this much already withdrew, view booking, and so on and so forth. So it's reports in real time if someone makes a bid. So it sends a record, a new record to FPS, okay, someone made a new record. Yes. Individual people, they need to provide things such as NRCs, driver's license, just so proof that they're a real person. This information can be used to track if they start someone. In terms of companies, they'll need to provide their company details such as background information as well as their NRCs, so that you can use them for verification. So once they do that, that's when their company will put on show. Because once the company registers on AmaPG, this is the services.
You're looking for a client.
One is different clients. After we have screened them, we have verified them. So if I can show you a demo, if I go on providers,
Then you will come to maybe let's say
I've got a problem. Recently, I started
we have
becoming deaf and this.
and customer support.
Then on this side,
They can contact us and we'll be able to help solve that problem. However, no system is 100% secure. Even younger drivers, people trust them with their lives, even if they don't know how to manage them. However, we'll try our best in order to ensure the status report and so on. Because if there is scam, we'll be able to see their driver's license and we'll be able to track that person and make sure that they value justice. So one of the things that is yes, of course. The thing is, helping youth also create job opportunities. We have youths that are skilled, but they haven't gone to school, or they didn't have a chance to go to school, but they can deliver the way. So if they can deliver the way, we'll be able to see some of, because they'll have user ratings. If they have low ratings, they'll get low clients. If they have good ratings, they'll get better clients. So if someone is our intelligence system, okay, there's actually a lot of things, but our major one is the analytics part, where we get to see where we are able to see things such as performance tracking with some graphs over here.
Accept the job since this job already comes with the location card and the information card. Just from here, just tell me navigate or something. Then it begins. It opens the path.
That one is in our future improvements. This is we're just beginning. This is just the prototype. But thank you, learn from you, and it's in our future plans to improve the system. We're not saying this system is perfect, but the idea.
And as well, the user can also you can just take a picture, enter the location where you took the picture, and enter the time. For security purpose, only the admin can add it. Why? Because in case of problem, the collector, only the admin can add the collector. Because so that in case of problem, they know who was in charge of this pickup, who was it, what was he doing. So that's why.
But basically, collectors can be even different business, like shots and register there.
Each one of these
We just advise you to put that aside. Basically, our system is just linking the recycle center and the people. I've used my phone.
I don't know what to agree with. That's the video question. So I hear that. I hear that.
Jumping already some private companies that actually connect, but so far it's about engaging because like software just manual reaching out to people, then that's actually make it straight. Basically we are collecting waste generators and waste collectors, so it's like so targeting our solutions to maybe reach up to 60 to 80% of waste. This really describes how we are giving some kind of
So let's say it's just waste. You mentioned how let's say you have dogs at your house, just outside, just find them. Once the scheduling is done, it goes to the now, the collectors, instead of whoever is really because they can accept it. So this is you can see the price like this.
so it's like look, so this
So if I want that one, except this one, 187, it's going to give me the location where this becomes cash from, where phone number where
So in a nutshell, it's a free users that are looking for service provides
So on the client aspect, right? We're not saying we're not saying that that can still but if you look at some actually some of these areas only receive transportation so we are continuing to the fact that data can be leveraged in a very powerful way to contribute to the safety of information. So when users make reports, it's a special activity, we
Good morning. Are you team 6? Yes. Can you tell me what it's all about? Let me first ask, is there a first year here? No first.
All features that surround our page discovery, you can locate service providers near you, you can book distance from the
Your name is not there.
you can chat with
Your name is not there.
providers that view their web, as well as some of their password. Also, the feature is
Tell me what your app does.
so here, service provider,
Would you like to speak on it? There's too much noise.
I think I told you when I was we have analytics that show us performance tracking, which projects service providers, as well as the cost of another application is like business insights, train our AI model, we don't suggest the best service. Would you like to see a live demo of what they use? Of course, which is the response?
So that's in the middle way with the Where will that be fit? On the side of
You can actually
Under
the space provided.
the pin now under the pin. And it has it has the brain of the whole system. It calculates the time.
So when it's in, once you put your stuff in, you close the lid, you walk off this thing or thing, this is so you can review how full it is.
Yes, that's how
What to do.
For the light,
Okay?
Make it to imagine a scenario where you've got rats in your house and you want to exterminate them. So in this case,
that's the shortest way.
the client who wants to exterminate the rats,
I think because you're
So have you got a thing that optimizes the route? I once had a research project by a student for a construction project. It was very hard. We covered an area of about 200 by 200 kilometers, building in something like community town. They did the foundation. So there's a cost to companies, they decide where they go first. Fancy algorithm. To find what's the best route. How did you find out what's the best route?
When they work on the available, what about water? So go back to services. So let's say I'm subscribed to one for them to take out the and then this part of the application is the thing is either going to the house for them coming to my house. But since the rats are actually in the house comes then when I show them, I have to so let's say so we already have the input address that you can add addresses so then you have two payment options.
it's already tested a lot of times.
So the two payment options, pay with cash,
Okay. What's your warning by
This specifically connects able to see the features such as the address, the contact information, when the job is done in this one time. And it also specifies the price that you have set.